Hey guys, today I'm talking about Black Ink Crew Chicago Season 3 Episode 9 review. I like this episode. It gave me a lot to talk about. Gave me a lot of people to talk about. So I enjoyed this episode of Black Ink Crew Chicago. It started off with the crew just chilling, talking about, just life and what happened, like with Cobra and Lily having that fight. And they also talked about the Bone Thugs and Harmony interview with Charmaine, and she just like, I hope Johnny likes it or whatever. That whole thing about Van telling him about the threesome thing, I didn't care. Anyway, so then Danielle tells them or whatever that she wants to have this fashion show that she been doing, I guess a fashion website or whatever, putting together outfits. People like her clothes, so she been putting together outfits and styles to show people or whatever. So she been doing that. So she want to put a fashion show. So Charmaine like, when is it? And when she said this weekend, I'm like, huh? So you gonna pull this up, girl? This is when you know other people paying for stuff, because I'm like, how are you just pulling together a big production like fashion show that like she had? I'm not saying it was like a big production, but the fashion show she had, and she pulled it off by the weekend. I was like, girl, that was already in the works. Stop playing. And I would have been kind of offended. You asked me a couple of days before. But they all was like really supportive. To her, and then they start like doing little walks of how they gonna walk in a fashion show. I was cracking up off of Van, like, yeah, because he was ready, and they was like, yeah, you've been waiting for this moment. So he was ready. Ford was a little awkward, and Charmaine was a little ratchet, but that's them. Ryan didn't want to play along with the group. Whatever. So he said that he'll do it, but he wasn't for the little practice or whatever. And she asked, can she have the fashion show at 9 Mag? And he says yes. And I was like, yeah, because that's promotion for him. So Van take his daughter to go work out, talking about, I'm finna go take her to learn what I learned in boot camp or whatever. And I'm sitting there like, but that's not the reason she's failing. She's not failing because she didn't want to work out. Swimming is working out. But she's failing because of her hair. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want to get in the pool because of her hair. It wasn't that she didn't know how to swim, won't swim, that type of stuff. It was about her hair. So, then he gonna tell her, we gonna do this every day till your grades come up. Now that, yeah, of a punishment, yeah. But I just was feeling like, okay, whatever. And that girl a little bit too grown for me, because she gonna say, no, we could do it once a week, and then you gonna send Jen flowers. I was like, huh? And he gonna say, I'm not negotiating with no child, but then you negotiated with the child. I was like, that doesn't work. You're not gonna make me. No, you're gonna get them grades up, and that's what I said. I hate when kids talk back and tell you what they gonna do. Like, who's the parent here? So then she tells him that they can have like a prom proposal. He like, what is a prom proposal? And I'm sitting there like, girl, your daddy is grown. But I get what she's saying, that, she's a child, so that's the kind of idea she came up with. And she tell him what a prom proposal is, just like a big gesture to say that you want to get her back. So he was cool with that. Lily and Junior go to the sugar factory, and they all up on each other, right? Guys, please don't ever be this stupid. Some of you are. But I feel like this was a setup, or like, I just was like, I didn't understand how he can be this careless and didn't care. But they were talking or whatever, and talking about how they like each other, and his phone kept going off. I don't even care what they was talking about, but I know his phone kept going off, and he was looking so guilty. He kept looking at it, put it down. Look at it, put it down. And I'm just sitting there like, you look guilty. And then she asking him who it is, and he's saying it's a client. And I'm like, if that's a client, that's not the way you acting. I don't care how cool you are, how close y'all being. He just wasn't acting like it was a client. So he excused himself and go to the bathroom. And before she even checked that phone, I had wrote it down on my paper, Lily, check phone. And as soon as I said that she did it, I said I knew she was gonna check that phone. Cause how you gonna go to the bathroom, she see what you keep doing, and you leave your phone on the table? Like, come on, like, So she goes through the phone. She see the girl calling him Zaddy and all this kind of stuff. And then, you know, being cool, talking about, I'll call you later. The text message just didn't look right. And so she's feeling some kind of way. He comes back to the table and notice that she feeling some kind of way because his phone goes off again and he do the same thing. And she asks, like, who is that? Oh, that's my client. She was like, you lying. And he was like, no. And then he was like, you went through my, because she was like, your clients wouldn't call you Zaddy. And he was like, you went through my phone. So then he flips the script on her and gets mad because she went through his phone. I said, she went through your phone because you wanted her to. You left it there. You wanted her to go through your phone. So that was his way of getting mad and storming out. And I'm sitting there like, you even making yourself look more guilty. I don't care if this was a client or not. He didn't make himself look right. So she's sitting there looking crazy or whatever. Then you got the 9 Mad crew. They chilling. And it's Van, Junior, 4, and Charmaine. Or whatever. And they talking about Charmaine laugh like a man. I said, and then they did the playback. I was like, oh, they so wrong but so true. But that is so messed up. So then she brings out a lot of wigs. They all playing in her wigs. Dan had that character down packed in that wig that he had on. I was rolling. She was like, yeah, y'all like it because y'all doing it or whatever. And as they was playing in the wigs, his daughter Bree walks in and she tells them her plan for getting Jen back. And her plan, well, she said, well, I want to know what's the plan. For it's like, why you didn't come to me for advice? He was like, because I didn't want to give her no flowers and get hit with them. I said, ooh, okay. And then Charmaine said, go tattoo her name on your penis. I look like Van look. Like, girl, are you insane? Are you crazy? Why? But you know, Charmaine always had these outrageous, way left ideas. So then the daughter was like, no, take her. Kidnap her, take her. I said, Charmaine was like, where do you get these ideas as a kid? You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be their ideas to go kidnap her. And even Charmaine was like, we are going to go to jail. I said, yes. Because y'all live in the hood. Like, no, we ain't doing this. I wouldn't, I ain't playing along with that one. But anyway, they all was cool with it. Cobra and Lily. Lily goes to Cobra's house as she cleaning the house because y'all know she got OCD for real, for real. Oh, and let me mention, when they were talking about at the beginning of Junior was talking about him having sex on the counter, he gonna say yeah. Because they was like, how you gonna do that and you know she has OCD? He gonna say, yeah, I did it. That's why I did it. I was like, he is so wrong. He is so wrong. Would never be walking in my house. But she's cleaning the house and Lily feels like since she's into it with Junior, because at this time, since she's fighting with, she's a user. I don't care what nobody say. She's a straight user. But she's mad with Cobra, so she's living with Junior. Now she's mad with her and Junior got into it. Now she got to go apologize to Cobra because she needs somewhere to stay and lay her head. So she goes over there and apologizes to her. Cobra wants to be so bed buddy with her. I don't know. She told me I look at you as a sister. I said, no, you don't, because I don't look at my sister the way you look at her. I don't hug my sister that long the way you hug Lily. So you don't look at her as no sister. You can stop that lie. So Cobra want her to come and stay with her or whatever. So she welcomes her back and, you know, forgives her or whatever. So then Cobra tells her she has a date with a girl. And, you know, Danielle has styled her. She gave her this watch and all this kind of stuff. And she's excited about going on this date. So, you know, they was cool with that. Ryan and his mom, they go toy shopping for the little kid because Ryan ain't been home. He been having issues with Rachel. He's mad because he gotta work and then go home and play Superman. He say, talking about he need a break and all this. And I'm sitting there like, are you saying you want to marry her and you say you need a break? Once you get married, there is no break. When you're working towards getting married, there is no break. I don't understand how he even have this mindset and then say he wants to marry this girl. Okay, yes, she might be a lot. And then the way he talks about her, like she's a burden on him. I was just not here for the conversation he was having, but I like the advice that his mama was giving him. Like, boy, man up. Like, come on. He just a baby to me. He just a spoiled baby. Anyway, Cobra goes on his date with this girl named Velvet. Before she even said she was a stripper, I had wrote down she looked like a stripper. Like, why are we coming to the first date with everything on display? I don't understand that, girl, unless that's what you coming for. And I'm telling y'all, from the beginning of that date, you could tell this girl was a attention seeker. I don't care about her being a stripper. All strippers don't act like her, but she was coming for attention. She first was coming there getting wasted. Like, she just was all over Cobra. She kissing on her. They had sex in the bathroom on the first date. And Cobra, this is what you want? Like, I don't understand why did Cobra want this on her first date with a girl, to know if she really likes girls or not. Like, this was stupid. This girl is an attention seeker and wanted to be on Black Ink Cruise Chicago. That's why she gave Cobra the time of day, because I'm quite sure they probably ain't together now. And if they are, I will be very, very surprised. Like, she just seemed like an opportunist. And Cobra stupid little wants somebody. She just wants somebody to be with her so bad and be around her that she is willing to have her eyes closed on a lot of things. And I want that girl to get herself together. So this video shoot is playing on the rooftop, and I'm sitting there like, I don't see Four. Where's Four? But no, it's this other local artist named Plug. And he's Lily's friend from the past. And now she's mad at Junior. She's going to see her old friend Plug. So he like, okay, let's go in the studio and talk. They go in the studio to talk or whatever. And he lets her know that he had just recently, like days, had lost his father. So she was like, I feel a connection towards him. And when you feel a connection and comfort, because both of you guys went through a tragedy, that gives you a reason to go kiss him, hug him, and ask him to come back to your house that you already slept with. And first of all, it ain't even your house. But now you inviting a second dude to come and screw at Cobra's place. Like, I'm not here for her. She's a user. So anyway, they go kidnap Jen, or try to kidnap Jen, but apparently they couldn't get her in a van, so they had to hurry up and let her know before they went to jail, and she screamed out that it was them. And she was just like, boy, my wig almost came off. And I was like, see, that's why I don't play them games. But he say how he want her back. He can't live without her. Then he give her this box like he finna propose. And then I'm sitting there like, well, no, it bet not be no ring in that box that he ain't getting on no knees. That's all I'm saying. But it was a key ring, and a pre-engagement key ring to... she got her key back to come home. And she said, okay. Okay. They getting back together. It was that easy. Ryan at the shop, and Cobra comes in like, Ryan, like, have you been getting phone calls? And he's like, yeah, my phone been going off, but I haven't been answering it. And I'm like, see, that's why people, what do you mean you ain't been answering it? It ain't like no client in your chair. Why are you not answering the phone? I'm just saying. So anyway, she like, well, you all on the blogs. It's this girl that was supposed to have been pregnant by Carmelo Anthony, but she mentioned your name, and then people start saying maybe it's Ryan's baby. So instantly gets mad because he like, I don't need this. I don't need Rachel knowing about this. It's gonna cause problems in my home. But then as Cobra was questioning him, he's getting more mad at Cobra about the situation, and all she is trying to do is look out for him and be like, boss, your name is in the blogs. I hope you know about this. Is it true? Is you and Rachel cool? Like, I didn't see the problem that she was asking him for him to get so upset and pissed off with her. Yes, now he gotta go act. Now he mad because he gotta go and talk to Rachel. Now he talking about he disrespecting the girl, calling her a B and all that kind of stuff. And I don't think she said that it was Ryan's baby. I think people were saying, oh, because she went with Ryan, that was his baby. So he's very disrespectful. I just was like, And I just feel like, okay, now you caught that you had messed with somebody. Now you want to get defensive and take it out on everybody else. Because even when it was said about Kat, he got so defensive. And I was sitting there like, every time you get caught, you get mad because people question you. And I'm sitting there like, if you would not sleep with people and mess around on Rachel, you wouldn't have these problems. He a big baby. Trust me. Danielle has in her fashion show, I think it was called I Am Danny or something like that. And so Cobra comes up in there with her girl. Floyd and Don is like, wait a minute, that's a stripper girl. Like, wait, hold up. Dan is tripping that he gotta wear this little gorilla gray little thing. And I was sitting there like, okay, everybody's fashion ain't the same. That's all I'm gonna say. Junior calls Lily and tells her that he's sorry about how things went down. He promised that's his client and he loved her. So now she's stuck on stupid because she knows she ain't messed around with Plug. And now this boy's talking about he loves her and he wants to come back and make things right with her. I said, I just felt, I was like, you see what happens when you hurry up and I'm just saying. I just felt like she's a user, so I don't care. Ryan was late, so he wasn't there, and he was supposed to start the show. So Danielle needed some Charmaine to stall so she can get everybody together, whatever. She was real stressed out. She was drinking. Everybody was drinking before the show had started. I was just sitting there like, this is a disaster waiting to happen. But when she told her to stall, Charmaine went up there twerking, butt cheeks showing, people all in the front row, like, for real. Danielle was so embarrassed, but I'm like, what more do you expect from Charmaine? I don't understand. But I did feel like she was out of line. Then Ryan shows up, and Danielle is pissed, and she like, where have you been? Like, you were supposed to start the show. And he was like, well, I had some personal stuff to handle at home. And she was just like, well, you can't walk now because you were supposed to start the show. So he gets pissed off at her talking about, I had personal stuff. I'm like, but even if you had personal stuff, Ryan, it is common courtesy to call and be like, I'm going through some things. Maybe you need to go and start without me. I'm going to be a few minutes late. It is just common courtesy when somebody is giving something and you're supposed to start the show and you know you're walking to say you're not coming. Like, you were so wrong for that. And then going to get mad at her because Rachel mad at you. Like, no, it don't work like that. While you always talking about everybody bad for your business, like, you're bad for business. Like, come on. So, anyway, the show ended up starting, and it was nice. I felt like it was nice. I don't know if I would wear none of the clothes, but hey, everybody looked nice. Everybody looked nice walking down the runway. It was what it was. Then afterwards, where am I at? Oh, yeah. Afterwards, they looking for all of the stuff to get together or whatever. And it was Charmaine and Danielle trying to get all the pieces back together because she has to give some pieces back to people that she borrowed some items from. And they noticed that the watch that they gave Cobra was missing. So at first, Charmaine was like, go on and ask her, maybe she know where it is or whatever. And Cobra was like, I don't know where it is, but I'll pay for it. And I'm sitting there like, you didn't wear it in the show? Like, where? Oh, I think, did she wear it just on a date? She didn't wear it in the show? Then she was like, well, I might have got drunk and it fell off. She was just bringing all these excuses. So now Charmaine is getting mad because Charmaine is thinking about all the stuff that happened with the glasses. And I can understand her thinking about that. Like, girl, like, come on. And then you just automatically say, I'm gonna pay for them. Why, when you noticed that you didn't have the watch, if it fell off somewhere else, why, when you got to the fashion show, you didn't tell her about the watch? You know she let you borrow the watch. Why you didn't say, hey, I don't have the watch with me when you first came in? So that was looking kind of a little suspect with Cobra. But as they talking to Cobra, Velvet is like, y'all act like y'all insinuating like she a thief, and they like, that ain't what we was saying. But now that you said it, it made Charmaine start asking, like, where is the watch? Like, where is the watch? Sticky fingers, like, where's the watch? And so they start arguing or whatever, and Charmaine and Velvet start arguing because Velvet threw money at Charmaine, and it was just a big mess. Ryan comes out like, what is going on? They still arguing. The girl was, I guess, Charmaine called her a builder whore. Charmaine, I guess the girl called her fake, and she was like, or fat, and she was like, I'd rather be a thick bitch than a fake bitch. And then she had a stain on the back of her dress. I did see that. I was like, ew. I'm just saying, y'all girls need to watch that when you be sweating. And then, so then they broke all of that up or whatever. And then the last scene you see is Ryan trying to get in contact with Rachel. She ain't answering the phone. So now he is having a panic, anxiety, attention attack. I'm just saying, because he called somebody and saying how he didn't feel good, and how he didn't feel his shoulder, and how he didn't do this. And I'm sitting there like, but it's cameramen right there, it's producers right there. So they just sitting here watching you go through this pain, and nobody is trying to get you help. So they wait for you to call somebody, for somebody to say, let me call the ambulance. Like, boy, stop with the pity party. Like, boy, you now getting all your stuff is coming at you, and you don't know how to handle it. So now you gotta act like the victim and play sick so everybody can feel sorry for Ryan. I just wasn't buying it. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe he really sick, but the way it played out, I was just like, oh, now that Rachel ain't answering your phone calls because she found out you might have a baby on the way, and all the other stuff that's going on. Like, wasn't buying it. Anyway, tell me what y'all think. I'm about to finally go watch all my other YouTube family reviews, because I ain't never watched their reviews until I do my review. So make sure you're checking out like Bonnie Blue, Ashley Miller, Mike B, Take Couture TV. All of us do Black Ink Crew Chicago reviews. So make sure you're checking us out, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.